Good morning, everyone, and as you can see today, we're actually going to be using our RT Durango to tow the Hellcat Redeye to the track. So this is going to be our second and heaviest tow test that we've done so far. Before we did the lawnmower, which was like about 2,500 pounds. So today we should be towing roughly 6,000 to 6,500 pounds. The max limit on the Durango RT is like 7,500. So I'm just going to show you guys real quick how we got this thing set up. So, just got the normal U-Haul hitch, everything set up. In my previous video, I went over how to set up your trailer and everything on the Durango. But, a couple notes, if you do happen to be towing a Challenger, Hellcat, or anything, you are going to want to get some 2x8s, a couple of them, so that way the front lip here clears this when you're mounting it on. And then, on the back, to get it up on the ramps, we had to use a couple of 2x8s stacked up to give us more clearance on the ramp. When we're out on the road today, I'm going to reset the fuel economy. We're going to see what kind of fuel economy it gets on the way to the track. I'll just give my overall impressions of how capable the Durango RT was at towing almost near its max weight. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. All right, everyone, so we're about halfway through our trip to the drag strip, and we're going to go over the fuel economy so far, and then we're also going to take a look at some of the temperatures for the Durango as we're towing this almost 6,500 pounds to the track. So we'll start with fuel economy. As you can see, right now, we've been averaging roughly 70 miles an hour, and we're getting almost 15 miles per gallon, which I think is actually quite good, but we'll do a full fuel economy update once we get to the, actually probably when we get back from the track, so it'll have an hour there and an hour back. Now let's go to temperatures and see what we're looking like here. So trans temp 194, still completely under control, nothing crazy there. Oil temp 219, a little on the warm side, you know, for just cruising down the highway, but we're towing, but it's nowhere near being hot. And then pressure, yep, all that stuff's good. So coolant temp's good. Yep. So as you can see in the top right hand corner there, it's 53 degrees. So the cooler temperatures are definitely helping the car today. But I'm not going to give you any impressions right now, but I'll do that when we get back to the house later. But yeah, just wanted to give you guys a mid-tow update on how the temperatures are looking after towing. So. All right, everyone, so we are back from the towing. Well, basically 6,500 pounds is probably what we'll call it. Car is about 4,300 pounds, trailers roughly 2,000, maybe a little bit over, so 63 to 6,500 pounds. So pretty good. The Durango definitely, I wouldn't say it struggled, but it had to work for it. It didn't come easy. The 5.7 had enough power to pull it. I mean, we were cruising roughly 70 miles an hour, 65 at some points, and it does fine just maintaining the speed. It does, we'll say, struggle a little bit on the hills, but you know, you just give it a little bit more throttle and it pulls it right up. No real issues. One thing I will say, we do have some serious squat going on. I'm going to go ahead and grab the tape measure now, and I'm going to measure the height from the ground to the bottom of the fender, and then once we get the car off and then drop the trailer off, I'll come back and measure it again so you can see exactly how much it's squatting with roughly 6,500 pounds. Overall, it did pretty good. No real complaints. If you saw my last video when I was test driving the Cummins, that's the reason why I want to think about getting a Ram 2500, because this can do short trips with this much weight, no problem. Like, we drove an hour to the track, so an hour there, hour back. No real complaints. But if I want to go further than that, I would definitely want a vehicle that's better, because this does get disturbed by like the air off of semi trucks when you're trying to pass them. It'll sway. So when the suspension, here, I'll point this out. So when the suspension is squatted this much, you have to be super delicate with the steering, because the suspension's already squatted, so it pitches and rolls a lot more because it's really compressed. So you have to be careful with that. You have to do very, very slight steering inputs, or else the trailer will sway. So actually, we'll go ahead and measure this, and then before we end this video today, I'm going to show you guys the fuel economy that we had for basically a 2-hour drive, 1 hour out, 1 hour back. So let's go ahead and measure. All right, so we got it measured here. So as you can see, we're about 31 1/4, it looks like. So once we go drop the trailer off, I'll come and measure it again, and I'll get back with you guys then. But I'm going to film the outro now so I can just throw that clip in later. All right, everyone, so as you can see, we did the full towing. Averaged about 14 miles per gallon. Obviously, your mileage will vary based on, you know, driving, how much you're towing, where you're towing it. In Maryland here, we have a lot of hills and stuff like that, but 14 miles per gallon, I don't think that's necessarily too bad. Like I said earlier, we're averaging 65, 70 miles an hour on the highway. Also, you can probably see I have the world's greatest sunglass tan right now. Clearly got a lot of sun out today. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna check the measurements for it with no trailer. See, no trailer. And see how much it did squat. Earlier it was 31 1/4, if I remember correctly. Let's go ahead and set this up. So about 33 1/4. So 2 inches of squat for 6,500 pounds. Really not too bad, but you could definitely feel it. Like I said, it was swaying a lot, and you had to be super gentle with the steering angle. But overall, great experience. I think it handled it pretty well. Hellcat, like I said earlier, did fantastic. If you have any questions about the towing process, capabilities, how it worked, if you have any particular questions about my experience with the towing, go ahead, drop it below, and then stay tuned, because on Thursday, use this as a nice little pointer here, Thursday I'll show you guys the racing footage from today. And I'm just going to say this now, you don't want to miss it, because this thing was running damn good at the track today. So that's it for now. So thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and have a great day.